Christopher Columbus. He was an Italian explorer and also navigator. He discovered the New World of America on an expedition sponsored by King Ferdinand in 1492. His 84th date is celebrated as Columbus Day on October 12. Well, let me tell you deeper about Columbus with me, Ramelia Ayu. Columbus was born on October 31st, 1451 in Genoa, Italy. He was married to Felipa Perestero and they had two sons, who were Diego and Fernando. Unfortunately, his wife passed away and Columbus moved to Spain. Well, currently, I'm going to tell you that Columbus has 5 facts concerning his journey. For the first fact is first as the cell teenager. Columbus went to sea as the teenager and participating in several trading voyages in the Mediterranean and also Aegean seas. Therefore, he knew some routes to Asia. The second fact of Columbus is survived shipwreck. When the merchantman from fresh attack, his ship sank, but he successfully got away, with holding a wooden boat and floating into Lisbon, Portugal. In Lisbon, Columbus studied about math, astronomy, cartography, and also navigation. 4 transatlantic voyages. The first voyage of Columbus was done in the Mongol Empire era. When they were attracted via the sea, Columbus had an idea how to pass the sea from Atlantic to Africa. Consequently, on August 3, 1492, the first voyage of Columbus by using 3 ships such as Santa Maria, Pinta, and also Nina. Eventually, Columbus found New Iceland, namely St. Salvador or the Bahamas, who was lived by Lucayan, Taino, and Arawak people. Well, the second voyage of Columbus. After 6 months in the La Navidad, Columbus saw the settlement destroyed and he began to rebuild the places. Besides, he was expedition to find gold, valuables, and spices. On May 1498, Columbus sailed across the Atlantic and visited the Trinidad, which was the mainland of Central America. However, when they came back to the La Navidad, he extinguished rebirth from colonial and was arrested, and then he forcibly returned to Spain. Well, the third voyage of Columbus, when he was suspected doing torture and kill people who disliked by him, and Bobadilla said to King Ferdinand and Queen Isabel. Then Columbus was arrested until 6 months. In the 1502, Columbus acquitted of all charges. But the consequence, his nobility as the West India governor was revoked. And then for the last voyage of Columbus, he asked the permission again with King Ferdinand. And then on May 11, 1502, he went to Malacca with his crew. However, the government rejected them. Then he visited Jamaica to continue sailing to Central America. On October 16, 1502, he got an information that in Panama existed gold. However, the Caribbeans prohibited him to cross their territory. Besides, Columbus' ship was broke and they should be back to Jamaica with his crew. But Columbus and his crew back to the Spain on November 7, 1504. And the fourth fleet of Columbus sailed in Santa Maria next to Pinta and Nina. Actually, there are three ships that used by Columbus, which are Santa Maria is the flagship carried Columbus and his crew, and the second one was Pinta as a caravel that was led by Martin Alonso Pinzo, and the last is Nina, was led by Vicencianus Pinzo. Actually, Pinzo's family, as the owner of the famous merchants from Polis, Spain. And the last fact of Columbus, he took 36 days to find America. After 36 days of sailing western across the Atlantic, Columbus and his crew continued their journey, visiting the island of Cuba, which is known as China, and also Hispaniola, which is known as Japan, before returning to Spain in 1493. Death of Columbus. Columbus probably died of severe arthritis following an infection on May 20, 1509, and he was buried in Spain. In addition, Christopher Columbus did not discover the America, nor was he even the first European to visit New World. Actually, the Viking explorer Leif Erikson had sailed to Greenland and Newfoundland in the 11th century. However, Columbus' journey kicked off centuries of exploration and exploitation on American continent. The Columbian exchange transformed people, food, disease, and animals across cultures. Consequently, he is remembered as a daring and path-breaking explorer who transformed the New World. Well, that's all about Christopher Columbus' journey. Thank you for your watching. Stay safe and have a great day.